Have you ever wondered why, in a world that praises hard work as the signature of success, some people remain locked in the same place? Despite giving everything they have, they wake before the sun rises, work 2, sometimes 3 jobs, return home, and do it all again the next day. And yet, for so many, the struggle seems endless, the rewards fleeting. What is it that separates grinding effort from genuine progress? What does it take to rise above mere survival and reach a life of depth, height, and meaning? Barbara Ehrenreich set out to find these answers. With a journalist's determination and a heart attuned to human suffering, she ditched her comfortable life and dived into the world of those living paycheck to paycheck. With only $1,000, she cycled through low-wage jobs in unfamiliar cities, always trying to scrape together enough for food, rent, and transportation. She cut all the luxuries, and still, she found herself sinking further. The catch? It wasn't for lack of effort or intelligence. It was a system that demanded endless toil, rewarding her only with fatigue and anxiety, never the peace or promise of improvement. Ehrenreich's journey revealed a hidden truth, that not all suffering is equal. Some pain is cyclical, draining, and fruitless. It keeps people running in the same place, convinced that more sweat will eventually lead them out. But it doesn't, because survival mode suffering rarely leads to transformation. In the 1990s, a new term surfaced, the working poor. It meant people who labor harder than most but remain trapped in poverty. Their lives become a grind, devoid of light. Like beasts yoked to a treadmill, every day's energy spent goes into motion, but not real movement. Warren Buffett, someone who saw both worlds, once described these people as the engines of society, working tirelessly, sacrificing sleep, taking on extra jobs, yet never progressing. Why? Because there's no time and often no space for true reflection, no pause to ask, am I traveling in the right direction or just circling the same mountain? Oh, scam and shitons. A good friend of mine left college and took a job at a bank, believing the age-old mantra, struggle equals success. He poured himself into his work, always saying yes, refusing to complain, even perfecting an artificial smile that earned him praise from every manager. He thought loyalty would elevate him, but years later, he realized the hours spent mastering trivial tasks had walled him in. He hadn't developed versatile skills, nor had he found much meaning in his efforts. He was just really good at being replaceable. As journalist Nicholas Kristof pointed out, sometimes we build our own prisons, brick by brick, thinking it's the only way forward. The cost? We never question if a door might be open nearby. A door that requires thought, not just sweat. There are, in truth, 2 kinds of suffering. The first is meaningless. Mindless repetition, chronic exhaustion, the pain of deprivation without hope of change. The second is meaningful. Pain endured for a purpose, fueled by vision and discipline, guided by thought. This is the kind of struggle that transforms, like a seed, breaking through the earth to reach the sun. History's greatest thinkers and builders understood this. A company founder, responsible for over 100,000 employees, once said, "Most people will do anything to avoid thinking, but those who force themselves to think rise the highest." It's not the hours worked, but the hours spent in self-reflection and analysis that set the foundation for greatness. Ngo Kun, author of Global History of Technology, became renowned not for producing content rapidly, but for his relentless quest to understand, synthesize, and question. Years of patient study and reflection led to a book that changed how people saw the world, all because he chose the pain of thinking over the rush of productivity. Labor without thought is mere movement. Thought without labor is just daydreaming. Progress lies in their union. Robert Kiyosaki described the rat race, the endless hustle that leaves people exactly where they began, burnt out and disillusioned. And yet in society, doing is often prized above thinking. We confuse strenuous effort with forward movement, never realizing that unexamined suffering just wears us down. True discipline, the willingness to delay gratification, to hold a vision in your mind's eye, and shape your actions to match, is a different sort of pain. But unlike the grinding pain of getting nowhere, the pain of discipline compounds into something powerful. A Harvard psychologist once remarked, "If you want to rise, you must learn to endure high-level pain." That means resisting the easy distractions, embracing discomfort, and thinking deeply about who you want to become. The stories are everywhere. Some people, despite humble beginnings, use adversity as fuel. Dr. Huang Quoc Bin walked barefoot over hot, cracked roads to school, wearing whatever clothes would keep him warm. He saw education not as a burden, but as the ladder out of poverty. Years later, his suffering paid off, not because he simply endured, but because he channeled his hardships into learning and growth. In contrast, others try to escape the pain of study and discipline by jumping into the workforce too soon. They opt for quick money, finding jobs that seem easier than school. But factory life is harder, less forgiving, more dead-end than any classroom. And it's there, shoulders hunched, hands raw, that many realize. The pain of improvement beats the pain of mere endurance. So, what's the alternative? Choose conscious suffering. Embrace solitude for study. Study, resist distraction, let go of low-level struggles to focus on building high-level skills. Set long-term challenges, a few kilometers run each day, a book a week, a project each month. These acts, though slow to reveal results, build the foundation of a life far greater than survival. The books you read, the questions you ask, even the discomfort you seek. These become the bricks of a meaningful life. The highest achievers know. What you feed your mind with today shapes your destiny tomorrow. Every day, life offers a choice. Suffer now to rise later, or take the easy route and pay with future regret. So don't just work harder, work wiser. Make space for deep thought, strategic learning, and discipline that serves a greater purpose. In this, you'll find not just the height of success, but the depth of character and a life that truly soars.